Tonight, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New York Jets taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
We have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight we put a bow on Week 15 with a great Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the New York Jets. Again, everyone, with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and we are underway on a Monday night. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
Looking to throw. Clark. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. The numbers for him from a week ago: 7 catches, 58 yards, and a score.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is the #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
The throw over the middle, taken in. He's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Trey Hendrickson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Back to throw. Clark. Over the middle. Cooper with it. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Bush on 3rd down. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Now the Jets will call on the field goal unit here. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And his kick is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. I think we can safely say they came out to be aggressive on the opening series, Charles. They didn't run the ball once. All that passing, it does get them the 3-0 lead.
I think what we saw there, partner, was a true definition of football balance, which means doing what you want to, when you want to on offense. And in this case, it was throwing the football. They may mix in running the football a little bit more as this game goes on. But this opening drive, while it stalled out, it still gave them 3 points.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Burrow looking to pass. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Again, it's Burrow. Open man is Duvernay. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Burrow on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
To the air again, Burrow. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. This defense for the Jets, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points, and if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me that the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Burrow. And that is incomplete. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the 2nd drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the serve return?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
It's a nice top spin around the whole thing? I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position #1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Clark. This one to Bourne, and he's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On the counter, it's Bush. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Jets at 12-1 now to start play. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to throw. Clark got his man complete over the middle. That's Bush. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the 1st down.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Clark. And a quick throw here. That's complete. That'll give him 8 that time. And now it's 3rd and 3. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. That was a 3rd and somewhat manageable, now not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
And he's got his big tight end here. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. These 2 teams all tied after 1. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. A kicker fest so far. All points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Back to throw. Clark. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point attempt to come here. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So that drive goes 8 plays. And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. And he returns this to the 22. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now it's Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. On 3rd down, Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. He notched his 15th touchdown pass of the year on that last drive, and they'll look to keep it going here, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Clark. Ruckert hauling it in on the out route. And he goes out right around the 39. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. In motion right is Wilson. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Clark. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First catch there for OBJ, and that good for a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
This is Bush. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. On the handoff, Abanikanda. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. They'll try and run for the first with Bush. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A give. This is Bush. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Jets. Kendrick Bourne, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets go up by 2 touchdowns.
Now that touchdown won't allow you to totally relax, but you can breathe a little easier now. Just increased their lead.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was Kendrick Bourne who was able to cap things off with a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Open man is Higgins. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 3 yards there on the first down pickup.
Come on, right?
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to come up a few yards short, brought down at the 45. On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. end zone for a touchback. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Clark now throwing on first down. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Back to throw. Clark. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. And that right there, his first incompletion of the game, pretty remarkable.
So let's start talking about all-time records, because with that incompletion, maybe over a 2-game sequence, or maybe starts a new streak now, because Ryan Tannehill, over 2 games, hit 25 straight. Now, the incompletion, we're taking this record out of play. But Mark Brunell, when he's in Washington, 22 straight completions to start a game. This guy's on fire.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time, because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. That's taken in by Duvernay. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. Takes this to the 45. Not much space there after the nice move. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
Here we go.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital, where you see the final score there. Jamison Williams, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. From there, we head all the way out west to see what's happening with the LA Chargers. And they were losers in that one to the visiting New York Giants. Saquon Barkley, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. Isaiah Pacheco, 100 yards exactly on the ground with a touchdown run as well.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. 17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bengal offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now it's Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. They'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
On one, right?
Throwing again, it's Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They will throw on first down with Burrow. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And Burrow going to throw again. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And he'll spot Higgins open. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1.
And let's face it, you could put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you, because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we can get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. Here's Clark, looking to throw on second down. Taking in left side, it's Wilson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you
think.
mean by that, bro?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, and then he curls back inside for the completion.
On the run, it's Bush. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 2nd and a couple. Bourne going to go in motion left. Now Clark to throw on second down. He finds Wilson, and he's brought down. $17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Bourne going to go in motion right here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They give to Bush going right, and he gets it down to the 32. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. First down. Looking to throw. Clark. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Back to throw. Clark finding Bourne here over the middle. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Clark. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll try the right side with Bush. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. And the Jets are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs, and if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a 1st down.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Back to throw again. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. He'll look to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and a mile. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. They run up the middle with Bush. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Clark. And that is incomplete. Here's the Jets punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals set to take over. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw is on target to Duvernay. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 1st down. Here's Burrow. That's caught. Andre Yoshivas. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Again, it's Burrow. Hits his target. That's Charlie Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Burrow. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Burrow looking to pass. Complete to Jones. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now they got to get to the line quickly. To the air again, Burrow. Caught by Jones. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Burrow will throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jets are going to get the football back. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Bush. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 63 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Giants, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.